Hi there and welcome back to the official Merch Sprout YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing something of an epic adventure. After months of no videos, I'm pleased to announce that we decided to put together a comprehensive course on how you can start, build and maintain an import business. Now stick around to the end to find out our go-to research tools for finding the best products to import into the UK. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. Hi, my name is George Chewson and I'm one of the founders here at Merch Sprout. Merch Sprout is a company that assists UK-based companies that want to expand their business by sourcing from abroad, possibly outsourcing their production for capacity or increased profitability. We also help individual sellers of stores such as Amazon or eBay, assisting them in sourcing in markets such as China and the broader Asian area. Now, we've been working in and around China for the past 10 years, assisting companies with purchasing, quality assurance, production, shipping and importing from major automotive OEMs to smaller individual sellers. Now, this series of videos aims to teach you how to get the most from overseas manufacturers by showing you all you need to know about starting an import business into the UK. So, imports and exports will always be needed, regardless of international headwinds, external factors, and geopolitical turmoil. You'll always be in demand if you can teach yourself the skills required to get items into your country from abroad. Now, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, as these series of videos will be released weekly. But to ensure that you're kept up to date, subscribe as it helps us out as a growing channel. Now, importing and exporting is challenging to master, but you can become precisely that with a bit of pre-thought, considerable problem solving and patience. Gaining or selling stock from overseas will be no longer an issue for you. You'll be able to apply the skills that you learn in this series, get your inventory from major manufacturing sites like China, export them, understand all shipping terms, clarify quality requirements, and negotiate, utilizing these skills for your business and getting good quality items at the price that you want. Now, the first video of this series, this one, we'll discuss why it's essential to understand what items you want to import or export, which items or services you wish to offer, and this will determine what sort of business route you need to go down. Ultimately, there are 3 different types of import businesses. Where you are in your company product life cycle will govern what sort of businesses you want to start. So let's look at the different types of import and export business. The first, which is worth a mention, is an export management company, an EMC. An EMC is a company that exports goods for domestic businesses that want to sell to a different market. Now, suppose you have a product or a range of products in your inventory you make on a national level and you want to expand internationally. Now, in that case, this is where you would need an EMC. They can investigate and hire dealers, invoice products, advertise, pack, ship, and pretty much everything you can think of as a business scale that you would need to expand internationally. An EMC would require a vast network of contacts and information on markets. As you can understand, setting up an EMC from scratch is not really who we are aiming these videos at, but it's helpful to know that if you have a product that you think may do well overseas, there are potential companies out there that can assist you with your international expansion without developing the international network of contacts required. Now, the next type of import and export company worth mention is what's known as an ETC. Now, an ETC or export trading company is like the other way around from an EMC. Now, as a company determines what foreign markets require and then source domestic products to satisfy that requirement. We discussed these companies in our channel previously. We described these companies kind of as middlemen Now, they can be helpful in certain instances. However, there is a ceiling to their usefulness as you and your company grow. We will discuss this in greater detail in later videos. But an import-export merchant is the third example of an export company, and where we will spend most of our time building our business series upon. Now, an import-export merchant purchases goods from a manufacturer. You arrange to ship them and ultimately export them and import them, then independently sell them. Now, this is the riskiest venture, as all the risks from the product, from the manufacturer, testing, exporting, shipping and importing are borne by the individual entity. But the rewards can be great, as you, as an import-exporter, have complete oversight of the process steps. And this is what we'll be discussing and walking through in great detail in this business series. What exact steps that you need to understand to become an importer and exporter of goods to sell in your chosen place of business. So what's the first step? Well, ultimately, the first step can be the hardest, finding products to sell. And if you understand the market that you're selling into already, you'll have a grasp of the needs and what products to work and what works well in them. Now, it can become overwhelming if you're starting from scratch and don't know where to start your search. But don't fear, we've got some handy tips that can help you along the way to finding that great, successful product. Now, it comes in a range of questions. The first question to ask and ultimately research is where you want to plan to sell your items. Now, a few examples of marketplaces would be Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or your own website, your own e-commerce. Each one is kind of nuanced and may require additional research and a different product selection approach. Now, we've done a whole video on market research in the past, so I won't detail it too much here, as there are a few different ways of conducting market research on products. But what you need to look into is the marketplace that you want to sell in. Now, so let me explain kind of what I mean by that. Now, if you've done a small amount of research into importing, buying and selling online, you'll undoubtedly have heard and seen Amazon FBA as an example. Just for those who don't know FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. You can ultimately ship items to Amazon directly from your manufacturer and they'll sell them on your behalf with you taking a cut of the sale. Pretty simplistic view of this, but now, I don't need to tell you that there are countless instructions on finding the best product for FBA, and you only have to look near YouTube searches and you'll find someone proclaiming that they've discovered the secret to finding the best £1 million product. Now, normally this is conducted by researching data from everyday items for sale and past sales data. Examples of systems that are used to look at the back end of this data on Amazon are Helium 10 or some Jungle Scout. Both of these systems really allow you to niche down on a product selection. However, if you're looking to sell on eBay, for example, tools such as TerraPack come in handy. Each different tool set allows you to gain deeper and deeper insights into the mind of consumers. Now, if you're organized with your data selection and observations, you can start seeing trends in that data to niche down on potential products that you want to start selling. So one of the questions that many people ask is there seems to be no answer on the internet or in videos as a new seller. If you've earmarked a potential product from your research, how do you know with 100% confidence that it will sell? Well, ultimately you don't. And on this side of the fence, it looks as if an easy way to pick a product and sell successfully. But as with any confirmation bias, it's not as easy as it seems. But don't let that stop you. Ultimately, these videos won't give you the golden ticket to finding that perfect product, but the tools that you'll learn in the suite of videos will reduce your concerns on finding, manufacturing, and importing stock into the UK. Now, as promised at the start of the video, our best tool for product research is ultimately you. It's you. I know this sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but still, ultimately, you are the best tool for market research. because there is no one silver bullet, and ultimately you will never find the 100% perfect product to sell. But you will, by improving your skill stack in product market research, become a better researcher for it. So never use just one tool for product and market research. Always be on the lookout for requirements. Think about those problems that you've had in the past. Consider how you could solve them and look at the market areas to capitalize upon it. Or look at those niche, low saturated products. And the biggest piece of advice I'll give you is don't be afraid to fail. We all have it one time, but we learn from it. Now, for our next video in this series, we'll start to talk about how once you've found a number of products, what to do with these ideas and where to search to find these products to purchase abroad, how to check suppliers in China, and how to investigate suppliers remotely. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to ensure that you never miss any of these updates. And be sure to check our website at merchsprout.com. Until next time, bye.